My name is Gwen, and I'm back with my third tidbit on saying no to corona and keeping your germs to yourself. Well, I got my son here with me today. His name is Fred, and he'll be helping me with this tidbit. I woke up this morning and I was watching the ladies on The View, and the ladies on The View were saying that the Center for Disease Control want us, we the people, to start back wearing masks again. Well, lately it has been nothing but shortage of masks for the doctors and the nurses and the first responders. Well, I had a project I've been working on for about a week, and I called this project My Lucky Strike. And I called it My Lucky Strike because I was doing some spring cleaning, and I ran across this face mask. And what this face mask is a CPR face mask. I bought this back in 1994 when I was in the nursing program. I had to learn CPR and first aid as one of my electives. So, in order for me to get my degree in nursing. But back then, they was telling us that when you learn CPR, it's a law called the Good Samaritan Law. That meaning that if you walk past a victim that's been in a car wreck or an airplane crash or just fell out, you have to be ready to administer CPR and first aid. I ain't had no problem with the chest compression, but the rescue breathing sort of snagged me the wrong way. So once I finished the class and everything, and I got my CPR certificate, I ran across this. And what this is a CPR first face mask. It has a filter that you put in right here, and once you administer the CPR, it protects you for any kind of body secretion or anything. Before I go into great details about that, that's why I got Fred on board with me today. He will let you know how this mask, which is I'm calling My Lucky Strike, will help us, my family, and maybe your family with corona.
Okay. Well, my mom is over the age of 65, and according to CDC originally, she fell under the group of people that are more at risk for if they catch coronavirus. But now there's been new studies, new research, and new statements, and now they said even people younger than 65 or people with no underlying illnesses, they are still getting really sick from coronavirus. So, first thing, one thing me and my mom want to let be known is, although she has medical training and has been a nurse for years, and I'm currently getting medical training, we are not saying by no means that we are medical professionals or we have a vast understanding of coronaviruses or airborne bacteria, pandemics, or epidemics. All we're doing is telling you what our household is doing and giving tips to protecting somebody just in case during this time you have no idea what to do, especially now that they're requesting masks that are out of stock now. Okay, now one thing is, does the mask work? Well, the answer is yes. I'm not saying that because of me. I'm just going to tell you what the websites that make the mask and sell the mask says. Well, according to the American Red Cross, this mask has a low resistant one-way valve with a disposable filter. That filter prevents the passages of liquids and secretions between the patient and the rescuer with a greater than 99% viral and bacterial efficiency. So that website says, yes, it's going to protect you from viruses and bacteria, but since it said fluids, I was like, let me look a little bit deeper. So I went under Laerdal, the company that makes this mask and especially makes this filter. It says that this amazing filter is a high quality 3 ml Filtrete hydrophobic filter with a one-way valve that filters out contaminants in the air being transferred between the care provider and the patient, protecting them both. So basically it's saying yes, it will take contaminants out of the air, including viruses and bacteria like tuberculosis, coronavirus, and anything else with a greater than 99% efficiency. Okay, now the next question is, does it work again? Now, the reason why they told you to wear scarves or bandanas and stuff like that, because it's better than nothing, but they said any kind of cloth or woven fabric will not keep out the coronavirus if it's in the air. Okay, and then they said the surgical mask, it does have a filter, it's not a fabric, but the problem with that is that, it still lets in a little bit of air escape from your nose and mouth and the chin like that around these areas. So that makes them a little faulty. This is better because this soft material flattens to your face to make sure that no air is coming in. It's all coming through this little valve and through the filter, which is this right here. Okay, now the question is, how long does these masks last? Well, I went online and even talked to the lady at American Red Cross. They say it has a shelf life of 5 years. But I told the lady, hey, I've had this mask for over 24 years, so is it still good? And then she said, well, should I throw it away? She said, no, do not throw it away. Just check it. If it doesn't have any cracks or any abrasions or holes in it or any air leaking out, then it's still good. So then she said, you can still keep it. I was like, yay. But I still went online and bought them. We bought them from American Red Cross for $15.50. And let's talk about this filter, which is also disposable and on sale for only $3 at many different websites. Okay, this filter, how long does it last? Now the question is, no research says how long this lasts because this is not used as a respirator or for breathing. It's just meant for CPR, and CPR normally isn't that long, but who knows? Okay, but what I did read is this filter is made the exact same way with the exact same fabric and materials as the N95 mask that doctors and nurses are using. Okay, and then let's talk about them N95 masks. The N95 mask, according to the CDC, they say wear it for 8 hours at the most, and then after that, you're supposed to throw it away. That was normal regulations. But the CDC slacked up and said, due to limited resources and this epidemic, they said now you can sanitize the N95 mask by just never scrub a filter, it weakens it. Just soak it in bleach water, 5%, for 10 minutes and let air dry. If that happens, then you're perfect, and according to them, the N95 can be reused. Okay, so at this family, we said if times get really hard, then we're going to have to do that with these. But we said, hey, they're only $3 to make, so we went online and we bought some for $3 under the website. So, like I said, $15.50 on the American Red Cross. They can use those funds, probably even help protect coronavirus. Just giving you tips of what we're doing and letting you know what's going on under this household. Okay, now the next question is, what about cleaning? This right here you can clean by scrubbing it. According to the instructions that come along with it, you scrub with warm soapy water, rinse it off, and then you soak this itself, not the filter, this, in bleach water for 10 minutes and let air dry, 5% bleach water. And then after that, you're good to go. Okay, I wanted to try to think, is there any disadvantages to this? Because I wanted to give you as much information as I could. Well, according to them, they says that basically, yes, it probably is a couple disadvantages. And the disadvantage is when you gotta breathe through this filter, it requires a little bit more lung power because you gotta inhale it and it's coming through the mask, and that's how you know it's working. People get tired of N95 masks, just the medical mask, and that way they like to take it off or they touch it a lot. Another thing is the CDC says stop wearing masks because you're going to touch your face if it's on. So what we did was we decided to go ahead and put Velcro straps on. So the Velcro straps have a tight, secure seal and prevents us from having to touch our face, period. We can just walk around. It's bulky and it has a very outward appearance, and so what we decided to do was we decided to decorate it with bees, and my mom said this is called Be Safe. Okay, and then what we did was this little old nozzle right here, it's designed for you to use this valve if you're giving CPR to somebody. But hey, we're not using CPR, so we took this off. If you have been paying attention in the beginning of the video, my mom had this in her ear because we got gauges in our ears, we're gauged out. And so she decided to decorate with that. And I decided to chop this off on the mask, and that way make it a little bit smaller and more compact. And you don't want to scare the kids, and you just want to make sure you want to be fly. Okay, and another thing is, hey, what about, yeah, we got the mask on, but what about kids? The good thing about kids is, according to the instructions online, you can flip this upside down, and because they have smaller chins and smaller faces, and it'll still accommodate them and protect them as well, according to us, if you give them rescue breathing, or if you want to use it as like a respirator or a mask, like what we're doing. So these are the disadvantages. Oh, the one biggest advantage is, they said, are you taking this away from medical professionals? Because N95s, you're taking them from medical professionals, contractors, asbestos, viruses, everybody. A lot of people need N95 masks to function. But nobody really needs this. These right here is not designed for hospitals, and hospitals do not use them. Many medical professionals have abandoned rescue breathing our air to the patient's air. And now they give just chest compressions, or they give air using an upgraded valve that has a bag that you squeeze to deliver air to the patient. So these is really designed for people with medical experience and maybe want to have it in case of emergencies, like lifeguards, maybe even CPR certified babysitters, or a nurse at home just to want to have in her first aid kit like we had it in ours. So that way, if you want to have it, you can use it, but the doctors are not using it. So they probably easy to get. They definitely have a stock, and they're easy to buy once again for $15.50. So there's really all the disadvantages to it. Once again, I will repeat this, even though it's repeating. Never scrub this filter. Do not scrub this filter. It weakens it. All you got to do is, like what we're doing, is throw it away. They're disposable, $3 a piece, or just soak it in bleach water for 10 minutes if you really have to. Oh, one more side effect is, if you're wearing the mask, a disadvantage, not a side effect, is it muffles your voice like this, like that. So what we said is, this is not to just wear around the house or just all the time. This is just for emergencies if you got to go out, get supplies, groceries, toiletry, or if you got to get meds. So that way you wear that. If you see somebody and you want to have a conversation, we're supposed to be staying 6 feet apart, and we're supposed to hit our butts back home because North Carolina has a stay-at-home order. So take their number or hit them up online on social media or call them or something. But other than that, those are all the disadvantages I could possibly think of. And we're not medical professionals. Want to clarify that one more time. We're just trying to be safe, like the bees, and we want to try to give tips to people without a mask and confused and scared and just don't know what to do. That's what we're doing.
All right, Fred, I think you explained it to our viewers pretty good, and ain't much I could say that I don't have any questions. So hopefully, if they have any questions, you can hit us up on Facebook and follow us on Twitter or whatever. However you want to reach out to touch us, and we're here for you. I designed these tidbits to help with you, help with my family, especially going through these trying times. And ain't no Corona keep changing up on us. As Corona change up, I'll change up. I don't have any question for you, Fred. I think you covered all the bases. I want to let people know, like Fred said, we are not medical professionals. We are not CD control. I've just been nursing for a long time. Fred is still getting his medical license. So with that said, we hope that you're try to get one of these masks. Try to keep your family safe. I agree with Fred that it's not meant for you to wear a long time. It's just meant for you to go to Walmart. We on lockdown just to get your stuff. I feel safe taking it to Walmart. Hey, it's safe. It's beats a bandana and it beats a scarf. What say you, Fred?
Definitely.
Definitely. So at the end of the day, my name is Gwen.
My name is Fred.
And
say no to Corona and keep your germs to yourself.
Have a blessed day.